Hello, thank you for watching Let's Talk Parenting. I'm Veronica Kasonga Fruitful. This is the program where we talk about everything to do with being a parent, just to encourage you to just keep going on this journey, because let me tell you, it's not easy being a parent. But let me start off by wishing you a happy new year. Yes, it's the year 2020, it's a new decade, and I'm believing with you. I know that you've probably set some goals or things you want to achieve this decade, this year. So I'm standing with you. I'm believing with you that you can do it, okay? But remember, one of your goals needs to be around family, because there's nothing more important than family, okay? I'm going to tell you real quick. So recently, speaking of family, I became an auntie for I think the 40th time. I stopped counting by the time I got to 37 nephews and nieces. Yeah, my mother is a grandmother to 40 kids. I think she deserves an award for this. But yes, my older sister just last December gave birth to her third child. But the thing is, we both had our first two children really earlier on, and they're in their teens now. But in December, she was blessed with a brand new, beautiful bundle of joy. And she said something really interesting when I went to see her. And she said, now I feel like I've got a baby. Now I feel like I've had a child. When she had her first two, it was easy. She enjoyed it. It was just amazing. But this time, she really feels like she's had a baby. And you know why that is? Because so much has changed. Well, she's changed, right? So it kind of feels like she's starting again, like the whole thing is new. So this is why we have Let's Talk Parenting, because our goal is to inspire, motivate, encourage, talk about everything to do with being a parent, discipline, behavior, just to help to encourage someone out there who might be struggling with this journey. So subscribe and share this, because you never know which parent out there might need this. So if you share it, you will be helping another parent just like you and I. I'm going to keep today really nice and simple. I want to talk to us about our environment. Let me share with you quickly. So at the end of last year, and I do this every year towards the end, I always do a quick self-reflection. So I was reflecting last year on what went well for me, what did I do well that I can continue to do this year, and what didn't go so well and why? What do I need to change? And I really feel strongly that the one thing that I did do well in is that I kept going. I'm not going to pretend. Last year was a real challenging year. So challenging that even up to Christmas, I was not well. So it was very challenging. But the one thing I did not do is I didn't give up. I kept going. I had my goals. I kept working on it. I kept pushing. And I managed to achieve quite a few of them despite the challenges. So that's the one thing that I did do well. But one thing I feel strongly God is pointing out to me that I did not do so well in is my environment. I really feel like I did put myself not necessarily in a bad environment, but maybe associated myself with people or were in places where I should not have been. And that really did have an impact on me. And it's really important. So that's what I want to talk to us about today. You might be thinking, what has this got to do with being a parent? Oh, it's got everything to do with being a parent, right? Because think of it like this. In life, we are on a journey, just like buses when they come out of the garage, right? They have to go to a destination, and not all buses go on the same journey. They don't all take the same route. Some turn left, some turn right. So that's like us people when we associate with people. Not everyone is going to the same destination. So there might come a time where you might need to go left while your friends are going right. All right. So that's the importance of environment, is that it can have an impact on your destination. And as parents, if we are in the wrong environment, then that automatically puts our children in the wrong environment as well. The number one way that we teach is modeling. I've said that before. So the number one way that we teach is through modeling. So it's really vital that we are in the right environment so we can be setting that example to our children. But what I want to focus on is how can we help our children be in the right environment? Okay, so it's really important to be making sure that our children are, for example, going to the right schools, yeah? Because the kind of school that our children go to has an impact on their development, on who they become, especially when they get to secondary school. Because at that stage, that's the stage where the personality, the character begins to shape. So if they're going to a school that isn't right for them, that will have an effect on their self-esteem, their confidence, who they're gonna, turn out to be. And I've been in that situation where I've had to change my child's secondary school because the one he chose first just didn't work out for him. Are our children hanging around with the right kind of group, the right kind of people? Because who you associate with has a massive influence on who you are going to end up being. Are our children hanging around in the right locations? Do we know where they hang around after school, where they go, the people they go to see, the places they go? Is it the right kind of environment that you would even put yourself in? All of these things are really important, and it's up to us as parents to make sure that our children are in the right places. Do not be afraid to ask your child questions about where they're going and who they're going to be with. Do not be afraid to want to know your children's friends and even their parents if you have to, because we are the products of our parents. So what they know, they didn't just pick out from the street, they picked out from all the environment, and that includes the home as well. So do not be afraid to want to know where your children are going, who they're going with, who they're hanging around with. That is all important, because environment has an impact on who we're going to turn out to be. I read this quote quite a while back that said something along the lines of, it is better to try and fix him while he's a child than to do it when he's a man. And the reason for that is because when you are a child, it's a lot easier for you to try and shape your child's character and behavior than to try and do it when he becomes an adult. So imagine if as a child, the child is hanging around in the wrong environment. He is sucking in all negative, which is going to shape his character as an adult. And when he becomes an adult, if you try to change a man, have you ever tried to change a man? Whew, boy, that's hard work, right? Exactly. So it is better to try and do it when they are a child. I've even read in the Bible a quote, a scripture that said that bad company corrupts good character. Another version said a bad company corrupts good morals. Think about it this way. You're putting in all that good inside your child, and then if they go and associate themselves in a bad environment, then all that good work you're putting in is basically just going out the window. We don't want that. So it's very important to make sure that our children are in the right environment, they're associating in the right place. So what is the right environment? What do you consider to be the right environment? Well, personally, I can't really tell you what that right environment is, because every family is different. Every family has different values. But one location, one place that I can say is a good environment is like, faith. If you have a faith, it's important to make sure that you share that faith with your children. Make sure they are going to church, or if you're of a different faith, you're taking them with you, and you are making sure that they are learning all these different values that are important to you as a family. You're sharing that with them. All of this begins to shape their personality, their character, and ensures that they're growing up in the way that you would like them to grow. So that's what I wanted to talk to us about today. I hope this has really blessed you. And if it has, can I kindly ask you to share it with someone, share it with another parent, and also remember to subscribe. You can keep in touch with me on Instagram. I'm Fruitful7. It's fruitful with double L 7. And you can also connect with me on Facebook. Yes, Veronica Kasongo Fruitful, again, double L. Thank you so much for watching this. Have a blessed week and Happy New Year.